you know, we get to go on all the rides, so suck it, kids.
All right, it's day 28. 4 weeks.
4 weeks in.
Yeah. So
We had a really long day of walking.
we did. So for those of you who don't know what it is, we went to Cedar Point, which is a amusement park not too far from us.
Yep.
It's a very large roller coaster park.
Mm-hmm.
So
And we walked 8 miles.
8 miles. 20,800 and some steps.
Right. So the last time we were there, it was before we started this challenge, right?
Yep.
We were on vacation with the kids. This was me eating the whole thing of Oreo type situation. Gluten-free Oreos, by the way.
Oh, that makes it so much better.
Delicious, delicious and nutritious. No, but, and we were both uncomfortable on the rides 4 weeks ago. Or
Yes.
it was like, maybe been like 5 or 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, I even had a ride where I had to have the person push on me to get the
Kind of
restraint
push,
on,
yeah.
and which was really disheartening.
That's embarrassing. That's one step away from them telling you that you can't ride.
Right.
Ride. And that's always, I hate when I see that. I always try to just don't look at the person. Don't humiliate them. But this time, not so.
Yeah, I mean, just even like I said, it's been 4 weeks, and all the restraints fit perfectly. I was actually able to do my own restraints; like I didn't need any help getting them. The one restraint you have to kind of reach down and buckle in over here, and I was able to do it with no problem, and was able to pull, tighten the belt, and so I mean, it was a much different trip this time.
And we both also have only lost 6 pounds.
Yes,
and that's this is one of those little things, because people are always like, how much weight did you lose?
right.
And to me, it's like, no. I have these, I can fit into this pair of shorts, which I couldn't fit into 6 weeks ago, or 4 weeks ago. But when we went on the trip, I actually took these with us, and I ended up not wearing them.
Oh, did I know that?
Because I don't tell you something like I tell them this.
It tells you. It doesn't tell me. It tells you.
Because it was embarrassing. I didn't want to say. I don't want to look bad. I don't like looking bad in front of you.
Aw.
So,
I love you, you know.
I know.
but anyway, so I just thought that would be a good thing to talk about today. We really, a much different trip. I mean, it was also awesome to walk the whole thing, and we're both tired.
Yes.
For sure, because that's a long day. We got there really early, and when did we get there at 8:30 or 9 or whatever?
Yeah, 9.
And then it was an 8-hour day
Yes.
of walking.
9 to 5.
So, but just that feeling of being like, hey, I can do this. I'm not exhausted. I don't have, carb cravings right now. You packed us a lunch.
Yep.
Which wasn't really too exciting or anything. It was some of our meat sticks, which really super clean ingredients. And then I'm not sure about the Lora bars, because we always talk about we experiment with stuff.
Yeah.
Those are very clean. They have 2 ingredients.
Yeah, 2 or 3 ingredients.
normally,
yeah.
And I'm not sure. I tend to break out when I eat nuts, so I think probably not, But they sort of serve their purpose for today.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just excited that we went, and we're not exhausted, and we get to go on all the rides, so suck it, kids.
It's always nice to go when the kids are in school to the amusement park, because nobody was there. It was great.
Nobody was there. Yeah. So, I mean, that was just little victories, I guess.
It felt good. It felt, like I said, I felt more comfortable on the rides. I didn't feel tight or anything like that on anything. So
yeah, there was no one had to help us with our restraints or anything like that. That was not the case last time.
No. So I guess the point is you got to look for these things, and
you do, and it's not just measured in pounds lost.
Right.
I hate when people just look at the scale, which is why I chastise you for using
Real quick,
the scale.
and I don't want to keep it short, but a while back I was really, I'm going to get back into it, but was really into weightlifting. And I was reading a lot of blogs, and I read a blog of a woman who was, I believe she started off to be like 170 pounds. And then she lost 50 pounds and was down to like 120. And she just looked emaciated and not healthy and like pudgy,
a little pudgy. I remember you showing me this.
So then she started lifting and she gained 25 pounds and she was up to like 145. And she looked thinner and more fit than she did when she was 120 pounds.
Right.
So you gotta, like you said, I use the weight on the scale as a tracking mechanism.
And I think you need to measure, and you can also measure body fat if you want to. I don't like measuring body fat, but because use the
calipers,
the little pinchy thing.
Pinchy? Pinchy? Oh, pinchy!
Yeah, but my point is that
no, you can't just go by the
the raw number,
because before that she was 120 pounds. Everyone would be like, "Oh, you weigh 120 pounds," but no, she looked much better at 145.
Yeah,
and people are always. I should do the weight thing at Cedar Point. People are always like, they always think that I do not weigh what I weigh, and you won't know what I weigh until the end of this. But I always find that kind of funny, and you were always really surprised too.
Yeah.
But I must carry it
well. All right.
Anyway, so I think that's it.
I think that's it. So we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.